Good morning, students. Today's topic is The Rebel, written by D.J. Enright from Honeycomb. And this poem deals with the attitude of a social rebel. Rebel means someone who challenges something existing. Okay. So, this poem deals with the attitude of a social rebel. Actually, a rebellion is a manner to look different from others. Such a social rebel is neither dangerous nor vicious. Vicious means bad or wicked for the society. He does not make the other people's lives miserable. He just wants to look different. Young, dissatisfied people may behave like this, but the society should not have social rebels. The poem tells the nature of a rebel who does just opposite of what others do. The poet tells it is dangerous, but at the same time it is good because it is a rebellion who comes with the new ideas. The Rebel is a lightly expressed poem written in a casual style free of any bitterness or criticism. The poet shows the character of rebel. This is not typically a political rebel who wants a revolution in the country, but this is a common adolescent, means a teenager, boy or a girl, who for his inexperience presents himself so as to draw the attention of the people around him. So here is the explanation of the poem, The Rebel. When everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow. Okay, in these two lines, the poet expresses the attitude of a social rebel. When everybody keeps short and uniform hair, the rebel knowingly, willingly grows his hair long. This he does for the fact that he wants to look different from others. Now lines 3rd and 4th. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. In these lines, the poet says that the rebel goes against the custom and tradition of the society. When the rest of the society grows hair longer, the rebel cuts his hair shorter. This he does just to have a difference from others. He wants to look different. Okay. Now line 5 and 6. When everybody talks during the lesson, the rebel doesn't say a word. In these lines, the poet expresses the thought when every member of the society talks during a lesson or meeting, the rebel keeps silent. He keeps quiet because he wants to be prominent. Prominent means important. Okay. Now line 7 and 8. When nobody talks during the lesson, the rebel creates a disturbance. In these lines, the poet says, when nobody talks during the lesson or meeting, the rebel creates disturbance by talking loudly just to look distinct. Now line 9 and 10. When everybody wears a uniform, the rebel dresses in fantastic clothes. So these lines show a different position of a rebel. When every person of the society wears simple and uniform clothes, the rebellion uses strange and odd clothes. He wants to look distinguished from others. Now lines 11 and 12. When everybody wears fantastic clothes, the rebel dresses soberly. Okay. So in these lines, the poet says when all other members of the society use queer, means strange, gaudy clothes, the rebel dresses himself very seriously and soberly. Now lines 13 and 14. When everybody in the company of dogs, In the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cats. In these lines, the poet says his idea about a rebel. If some people love dogs as pet, when people of the society domesticate dogs as pet animals, the rebel talks about the usefulness of cats. He prefers cats to dogs. Now line 15 and 16. In the company of cat lovers, the rebel puts in good word for dogs. Means, if a rebel is in company of those people who love cats, he prefers dogs to cats. He wants to look different at all costs. Now, line 17 and 18. When everybody is praising the sun, the rebel remarks on the need for rain. It means, if people require the sunlight and praise the sun, the rebel is against them. He says that the sun is not required and there is need for rain. Now lines 19 and 20. When everybody is greeting the rain, the rebel regrets the absence of sun. When everybody of the society welcomes and requires rain, the rebel says something about the sun. He feels sorry for the absence of the sun. According to him, there is need for the sunlight. Okay. Now, line 21 and 22. When everybody goes to the meeting, the rebel stays at home and reads a book. When every members of the society goes to some gatherings and attends the meeting, the rebel stays at home and keeps himself indulged by reading a book indoors. Okay, he reads the book at his home. Now lines 23 and 24. When everybody stays at home and reads a book, the rebel goes to the meeting. When everybody of the society stays at home and reads a book, the rebel tries to find some crowd of the people and wants to attend to them. Now lines 25 and 26. When everybody says yes please, the rebel says no, thank you. Okay, when every person asks for something, the rebel rejects the same with thanks, because he is a person quite different from others. Now lines 27 and 28. When everybody says no thank you, the rebel says yes please. He just does opposite to what others do. When everybody of the society does not like and doesn't receive anything and says thanks for that, the rebel on purposely requires that thing and asks for it. Now lines 29 and 30. It is very good that we have rebels. You may not finding it very good to be one. So in these lines, the poet concludes that it is very good that we have social rebels in the society, but naturally it is not good to become a social rebel. The poet further suggests that if we already have the social rebels, we should tolerate them. Without them, life will become monotonous. Monotonous means boring. The life will become monotonous. It will become very bored. There will be boredom all around. It will become very dull. So that's all about the poem. The Rebel. Thank you so much.